My name is Sam Riddle, and I'm the Vice President of Student Senate for the 2020 to 2021 academic year. On behalf of the Executive Board and the administration of Johnson County Community College, I would like to welcome you to the Student Senate. We are super excited to have you on board this year, and we believe that your unique experience will be an invaluable contribution to Senate's goal of promoting student engagement on the JCCC campus. The purpose and structure of Student Senate, the roles and responsibilities of all its members, procedures for Student Senate elections and meetings, and more are laid out in the Student Senate Constitution. In this video, I will give a brief overview of Student Senate, which will cover a majority of the Constitution. However, as a senator, it is your responsibility to know and understand the content of the Constitution, so it is important that you read it for yourself carefully. The main purposes of Student Senate are to provide government representation for the student body and to allocate funds to clubs and student organizations. As a senator, your primary responsibility is to be the voice of the student body by voting on agenda items placed before the Senate and by bringing your insight as a student to campus initiatives spearheaded by Student Senate. Student Senate is comprised of senators at large, executive officers, and our advisor. There are 25 senators at large who can either be elected at the beginning of the academic year or apply mid-semester and be voted in by the General Assembly. There are 5 executive officers: the President, the Vice President, the Secretary, the Parliamentarian, and the Treasurer. Collectively, they are referred to as the Executive Board. They each have specific duties, which I will briefly explain later. Finally, our advisor is Ann Turney, who assists the Executive Board and serves as the voice of campus policy to Student Senate. As a senator, you have the right and duty to vote on all business placed before the Senate, except in the situations that you must abstain, chiefly if you are a member of the organization affiliated with the item being voted on. You have the right to make or second motions, introduce questions, call into question procedures, etc. For more information about GA procedures, watch our video on Robert's Rules. It is essential to the smooth functioning of the Senate that you are easily reachable via technology. Daily checking Slack messages in your stew mail is preferable, but required for every 3 days. As a senator, your responsibilities will take up to 3 or 4 hours a week. Your most important time commitment is General Assembly, commonly referred to as GA. The time and place for GA are set by the Executive Board before the academic year, and it cannot be changed. Failing to show up to GA or being significantly late multiple times will result in an unexcused absence. If a senator obtains 4 unexcused absences, they will be impeached and potentially removed from Senate. If you need to be absent from GA, you can send a professional email to the Secretary at least a week before your absence. The Executive Board will decide whether or not to excuse your absence. Your next most important time commitment is a standing committee meeting. All senators must join a committee. There are 4 standing committees, each led by an executive officer. The time and place of each meeting is arranged by the executive officers based on the times that best work with everyone's schedule, and all standing committee meetings are 1 hour long. Attendance for committee meetings is kept. I'll talk about the committees more in a few minutes. The remainder of your time commitment will be doing assigned work for your committees, attending campus-wide committees or other meetings, or publicizing the Senate. If you are worried about filling your time commitment, or if you're concerned you're spending too much time on Senate, either let your committee chair know or talk to your vice president. There are 5 primary ways that Student Senate stays connected: email, Zoom, OneNote, Slack, and Get Involved. All students at JCCC have a StuMail email address, which must be used for official Senate communication. All official emails, such as emails indicating absences, must be professional. Zoom is a virtual video conferencing platform that we will use while we aren't on campus. The Student Senate OneNote is a place where all Senate files, such as minutes, agendas, files for projects, etc., are exchanged. To be granted access to the OneNote, let our advisor Ann Turney know. Slack is a messaging platform that has texting, calling, polling, and calendar capabilities. All day-to-day Senate communications will take place through Slack. Get Involved is the online hub for all JCCC clubs and organizations. On Get Involved, you can view, join, and leave clubs, see upcoming and managed events, and much more. In another training video, I'll explain how to use all the platforms more in depth. The President is the face of the Senate, representing Student Senate and campus leadership, such as presenting to the Board of Trustees and serving on campus-wide committees. The Vice President supports the President while making sure the Senate is doing stuff and running smoothly. The Vice President co-chairs the Inter-Club Activities Council, which is the hub for all student clubs and organizations on campus. The Secretary is the voice of the Senate, keeping minutes, releasing statements on behalf of Student Senate, and overseeing social media. The parliamentarian's job is to make sure the Senate is following Robert's Rules of Order, which is the procedure for how the Senate runs at GA. Last but not least, the Treasurer's job is to manage the funds of the Senate, processing budget requests and coming up with recommendations. For a more in-depth overview about the Executive Board, check out the Senate training video on the roles of the executive officers. There are 4 main standing committees: Services and Fundraising, Budget, Public Relations, and Rules and Conduct. Services and Fundraising is co-chaired by the Vice President and the Treasurer. This committee conducts service projects and fundraising for most Senate initiatives. Budget is chaired by the Treasurer. The Budget Committee reviews and recommends appropriate funding for all requests, which are then brought to the Student Senate for its approval or rejection. Public Relations is chaired by the Secretary. This committee develops and distributes content published and utilized by the Student Senate. Rules and Conduct is chaired by the Parliamentarian. This committee recommends changes to the Constitution if needed, and it deals with the policies and procedures of the Senate. There are a few other types of committees. The most important of the other types are Inter-Club Activities Council, which I've already mentioned, and campus-wide committees. These committees are dissolved and created at the discretion of the Board of Trustees or JCCC administrators, and are subject to change. Campus-wide committees are not mandatory to attend, but they are often interesting. Well guys, that's about it for this preliminary overview of the Senate. I know that that's a lot of information to remember, but the longer you're in Senate, the easier it will be to remember all of it. Remember, for more information about any part of the Senate, feel free to ask the executive officers or the advisor. There are also a few more training videos about procedures and policies in the Senate that you can also watch. Don't forget to thoroughly read the Constitution. On behalf of the Executive Board, I look forward to seeing you in GA.